Hello and welcome to the annual meeting of stockholders of GameStop Corp. Please note that today's meeting is being recorded. During the meeting, we will have a question and answer session. You can submit questions or comments at any time by clicking on the Q&A icon. It is now my pleasure to turn today's meeting over to Mark Robertson. Mark, the floor is yours.
Good morning. It is now 10:03 a.m. and I call the GameStop 2026 Annual Meeting of Stockholders to order. I'm Mark Robinson, GameStop's General Counsel. Ryan Cohen, our Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the company's Board of Directors, presides at this meeting and has asked me to conduct this meeting. Please note that any electronic recording or live streaming of this meeting is prohibited. Please also note that remarks made during this meeting, including in any question and answer session, may contain forward-looking statements within the meaning of the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. These statements are based on management's current expectations and involve risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to differ materially from those described in these statements. We encourage you to review the risk factors and other disclosures contained in our filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, including our most recent annual report on Form 10-K and our quarterly reports on Form 10-Q. Before we get started with other procedural matters, I would like to turn it over to Ryan to say a few words.
Hi, everyone. GameStop is a very different company than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, GameStop was a dying brick and mortar retailer. Hardware is cyclical, software went digital, and all the skeptics believed GameStop was dead. GameStop was on the verge of bankruptcy. Since then, we have rebuilt the company. We pivoted to collectibles. Collectibles has grown from 14% of total revenue in 2021 to 42% in the first quarter of 2026. Today, GameStop is a category leader in collectibles, generating approximately $1.2 billion in revenue over the last 4 quarters. We've divested unprofitable parts of the business and removed $826 million in SG&A expense since 2021, a 48% reduction. We delivered the highest first quarter operating income in GameStop's history and have now achieved 8 consecutive quarters of positive net income. In April, we launched PowerPacks, digital collectibles for a new generation. This is the buy, sell, trade model meets collectibles in a digital world. We are partnered with the top grading company in the industry. In May, we proposed to acquire eBay at $125 per share. I'm not going to talk about the proposed transaction today beyond what's already public. We're here to work. Thank you for being a shareholder.
Thanks, Ryan. The rules of conduct and the agenda for today's meeting are posted on the virtual meeting portal. That participants abide by the rules. Brooke Webb of Computershare has been appointed to act as the Inspector of Election for this meeting. Ms. Webb took an oath of inspection of election prior to the meeting. We also have members of our Board of Directors participating today, as well as members of our management and representatives from KPMG LLP, our independent registered public accounting firm. Although KPMG LLP has indicated that it does not wish to make a statement, the representative is available to respond to appropriate questions during the question and answer period. If any stockholders here today have not yet voted and would like to do so, you may submit your vote during the meeting until the polls are announced closed. May 20th, 2026 was set by resolution of the Board of Directors as the record date for today's annual meeting. All stockholders of record or their proxy holders at the close of business on May 20th, 2026 are entitled to vote at the annual meeting. We have made available for inspection a listing of stockholders as of the record date at our corporate office in accordance with the requirements of the Delaware General Corporation Law. Notice of this meeting was duly given in accordance with the company's bylaws and Delaware law. We received an affidavit from Broadridge Financial Services certifying that the notice of annual meeting and proxy statement were sent to stockholders beginning on June 3rd, 2026. The affidavit is available for inspection by any stockholder upon request and will be filed with the company's records. At the close of business on May 20th, 2026, the record date for this meeting, there were 448,691,227 shares of the company's Class A common stock with 1 vote per share issued and outstanding and entitled to vote on all matters presented at this meeting. There are present at this meeting, in person or by proxy, more than a majority of all the shares entitled to cast votes at this meeting. Based on confirmation by the Inspector of Election, I find that a quorum is present and that this meeting is duly constituted for the transaction of business. Each of the matters to be considered today is described in the proxy statement, which was made available as described in the notice of annual meeting. The proxy statement has been filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission and can be found on the Securities and Exchange Commission's website and our website. The first item on our agenda is a proposal to elect 5 directors, with each to serve as a director until the annual meeting of stockholders in 2027, and until his successor is duly elected and qualified. The company's nominees are Mr. Cohen, Mr. Attell, Mr. Chang, Mr. Gruby, and Mr. Turner. The second item on our agenda is a proposal to approve on a non-binding advisory basis the compensation of the named executive officers of the company. The third item on our agenda is a proposal to ratify the audit committee's appointment of KPMG LLP as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the company's fiscal year ending January 30th, 2027. The fourth item on our agenda is a proposal to approve a second amendment to our third amended and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the number of authorized shares of our Class A common stock to 2,500,000. Before we proceed, I want to note that the proposed CEO Performance Award for Mr. Cohen, which had originally been included in our proxy statement as a separate proposal, was withdrawn prior to this meeting. Mr. Cohen requested the withdrawal so that stockholders could focus their attention today on GameStop's proposed acquisition of eBay and the business before the meeting. I am directing the Inspector of Election not to tabulate any votes that may have been cast with respect to the CEO Performance Award proposal, and any such votes will not be tabulated nor reported. No stockholder director nominations or stockholder proposals were properly submitted under SEC Rule 14A8 or in accordance with the company's advance notice or proxy access bylaw provisions. It is now 10:11 a.m. The polls are open and stockholders are welcome to vote on the 4 proposals. Anyone who wishes to change their previous vote or has not yet voted and wants to vote should at this time cast their vote electronically. The polls will be open until the conclusion of any questions related to the specific matters under consideration at this meeting. We will now use this time to answer any stockholder questions on the specific matters under consideration at this meeting. You may submit questions through the meeting portal. All right, I see a number of questions here just about the CEO Performance Award, why it was withdrawn, specifically one here about whether the company is planning another compensation package for Ryan. I believe he deserves to be compensated for what he's done. Another one here, despite the withdrawal, the Performance Award is the $100 billion market cap target still in place. What I can say there is, as I indicated, Mr. Cohen requested the withdrawal so that our stockholders could focus their attention on GameStop's operating performance and the proposed eBay acquisition. When the board approved the award in January 2026, the company had not yet decided to pursue the eBay transaction. The withdrawal does not modify the terms of the award, however, and is not a concession on its merits. It does, however, remain subject to stockholder approval. The company may, in the future, bring the existing award for stockholder approval. All right, and a number of questions just related to the eBay transaction, specifically, in addition to previously disclosed plans for cost improvements, are there any specific plans to improve the experience on eBay? Is there a plan to offer another proposal to acquire eBay? What I'd say there is, as we publicly disclosed on May 3rd, we delivered a non-binding proposal to eBay's board to acquire all the outstanding eBay common stock at $125 per share, 50% cash, 50% GameStop common stock, representing a 46% premium to eBay's unaffected closing price. eBay's board did publicly reject that proposal on May 12th. We have continued to build a meaningful economic stake in eBay, and we do remain committed to pursuing a transaction because we believe it represents a compelling opportunity to create value for GameStop stockholders. From the company's perspective, the bottom line is we believe Ryan can lead a combined company that creates significant value.
He should have said, check the website.
That was a little interesting.
All right, I'm not seeing any further questions related to specific matters under consideration at the meeting, and I declare the polls are now closed. Inspector, please tabulate the votes on all of the proposals.
I'm pleased to report the preliminary results of the proposals as follows. Mr. Attell, Mr. Chang, Mr. Cohen, Mr. Gruby, and Mr. Turner have each received a majority of the votes cast, and they've been elected directors.
Get all the results.
The non-binding advisory vote of the compensation of the named executive officers of the company has been approved by a majority of the shares present or represented by proxy and entitled to vote on this proposal. The ratification of our audit committee's appointment of KPMG LLP as our independent registered public accounting firm for our fiscal year ending January 30th, 2027 has been approved by a majority of the shares present or represented by proxy and entitled to vote on this proposal. And the Second Amendment to our Third Amended and Restated Certificate of Incorporation to increase the number of authorized shares of our Class A common stock to 2,500,000,000 has been approved by a majority of the shares entitled to vote on this proposal.
Approved.
All right, more shares.
Dump it. Let's see what happens.
I am not aware of any other
built-in?
business that should be brought before this meeting. This concludes the business of this meeting, and the annual meeting of stockholders is now adjourned. Thank you for your attendance and participation. We appreciate all the passion and support you, our stockholders, have for GameStop. This webcast will now end.
And you may now disconnect.
It's all priced in.
What do you guys think? How do you feel about it? As expected?
Exactly as expected.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was what, 20 minutes long? So I think it maybe was about 5 minutes longer than I expected. Maybe it was 15 minutes long, but
Yeah, I just
usually
wish
about 10 minutes.
I just wish we would have heard something from like Nat or something regarding cards or something.
From the cat, like Kitty?
No, Nat
Is that what you
Turner,
said?
like regarding like PSA
Oh,
and
Nat.
stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we haven't really heard much
Yeah.
from him.
Like I wasn't even really paying attention. He was on the list of guys on the board being elected, right?
Yeah, he was. He got proof.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Just making sure. I want to
They're
see the
busy
results.
working.
Yeah. He's working. RC's working. He talked. That was cool. Kind of standard RC stuff. They didn't want to update the eBay position too much. They just wanted to focus on the shareholder meeting. Like I said, they addressed the performance package being removed. And it was RC that wanted it done, and they wanted it done so us as the shareholders could focus on, honestly, probably this, right? The 1.5 million shares or 1.5 billion shares that got authorized. I want to make sure that passed. Makes me think maybe it wasn't as solid of a thing as I assumed it was. Maybe because I mean they're getting the results early, and as they come in, I think so. Maybe it wasn't looking so great and that kind of caused him to cause the comp package. What do you think, Phil? Why do you think he pulled the comp package? What are your thoughts there?
Sorry, was that to me?
Well, Phil, yeah, go ahead. I'll just pass it around. We'll get our footing here with four of us and all this stuff, so we'll kind of like get comfortable. Go ahead.
I'm okay with him removing it. I was personally in favor of him passing it or voting on it. I wanted to see what other people were thinking, so I would have been happy with whatever outcome it was, but I was hoping that he would get it awarded. I think he's provided a lot of value to shareholders in terms of, exactly what he said, turning the company around from where it was 5 years ago. So I think he deserves to be awarded for any future growth of the company. But if the comp package needs to be delayed, that's fine with me. Let's get eBay done. I think part of the reason was a lot of people speculated, or there was that litigation. So that was probably part of it. But it also helped, I think, remove some of the doubt that people had with regards to the comp package relating to the eBay purchase. I think there's some misconceptions that just purchasing eBay would be enough for him to be awarded the first or second tranche of his package. So any kind of naysayers now can't really say that about his comp package anymore. So
and it was
I guess
true.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and it was true. He would have been able to get at least to the like a couple tranches there just by adding eBay, and it would be possible to do that. But the thing is, it's tied to price in his regard, because he would have been buying the shares at 2050. So if our price is still in the 20s or whatever the fuck happens with the eBay merger, he might be at his tranche and he might be able to get those shares, but he's going to be just paying out of pocket for like market price for it. So it wouldn't be like he's getting anything extra at the current price. So that's the thing. Now, if we were to hit the tranches and we're trading at like 50, everyone's happy. So yeah, I think maybe the lawsuit probably played some of a role in it too. I don't know. I think Bobby, you're getting ready to speak up. What do you think about the call and maybe RC's comp package being gone? Strawberry did say we did get to hear that there was a question about it coming back in the future too, and I agree with what Phil was saying, is that he does need to be compensated. He did an amazing job for GameStop, and he's continuing to do an amazing job. But yeah, what do you think, Bobby?
Yeah, I was all for the pass. I think that case definitely kind of scared them, and that's why they pulled it, in my opinion.
Yeah, the case. I mean, they mentioned the case in one of the filings that we got, but it was like to say that it doesn't matter
because he's
so that
still ongoing on his other ones. right? That's EB, right?
Well,
I believe.
yeah, whatever's going on
Yeah,
there.
so
I
I
don't know.
think
I
he
don't
just didn't want to
follow.
get dragged into that anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. He has had to deal with a lot of dumb shit, like from just memeing and emojis, and did not want that to be a distraction heading into eBay for sure. So, a NewSnake, you got any thoughts on the call or?
I mean, it is all pretty much what we expected. The comp package being withdrawn, we just got to focus on GameStop and eBay. He doesn't want people comparing what he's getting to that company. So if he could prove it first and then we revote on it later, perfect.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll come back. It was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing, it kind of like showed up and it was kind of bullish. I felt like the comp package provided a bit of a bottom line for us, even though 20 seems to be like our holding point no matter what. But the comp package kind of made me feel better about 20 holding, just because if we got below that, RC would feel motivated to buy. I don't know. He still kind of is motivated to buy down here, I would think, even though we went below his most recent buys just recently, and he did not buy.
As of today, since the meeting, can he buy?
I don't know the material stuff when it comes to like whether or not the meeting was material knowledge. I don't know. There was didn't seem like there was anything that would be in there. I guess the shares, but I
think now that the vote results for the share issuance is confirmed, something's going to happen.
Yeah,
we needed, like GameStop needed the shares to do that. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, for sure. So my thought was that maybe we were talking about in the Discord issue that maybe they're expecting a bit of a dip, and that's why RC hasn't bought yet. He didn't buy on that first dip. The authorization of the shares would be used as a way to short us. But so far that hasn't, I mean, we're down 2.5%, but that all seemed to happen before the news. So
priced in.
Yeah, everything good is priced in. Everything bad is definitely priced in. And then when something bad happens, they price that in again, usually. But not a lot of volume, not even in a million, 2 hours into the day. Wow. All right. I mean, we're up against the trend a little bit, but no volume there. So,
and we're still waiting on any information from the company in terms of their plan for the eBay purchase that they announced like 2 weeks ago. So they said they had materials that were planning on being released, and maybe that just needed to wait until the shares were approved, because nothing could happen without those shares being approved. So perhaps, I mean, that makes the most logical sense in terms of, now we have a thing that allows them to make the eBay purchase. Now we can get more information as to what they were planning on doing with eBay once they get it.
Yeah. So, okay. So in terms of shares, we now have 2.5 billion authorized. There's 448 million currently out there. I had my breakdown last week, but when he removed his comp plan, I think he pulled 171 million that were locked up for that. NewSnake, do you know what the share count is like available before? I guess. What do we have? I think it was like 200 million.
I think like with everything fully diluted, it was like 600 million plus RC's comp package, so 700 and some million. I don't know the exact numbers, but
okay.
Without the comp package, though, it gets a lot better. That's just that many more shares that they have available to them now, right?
Yeah.
Before it was going to RC. Now it probably still is going to go to RC, but it's not there right now, so they can use it if they have to.
Yeah, because they got where is it at? They had so many locked up with both bonds, and then the warrants. There's like another big chunk that's locked up too. So definitely not enough. There wasn't enough with the billion shares authorized. There definitely wasn't enough to make the half cash, half stock deal go down. I think at like $22, it's around 1.2 billion shares to get the half stock portion of it done.
I think with 2.5 billion, they could probably do all stock, no cash.
Yeah.
What would that do to us? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Like, what I would hope is that we, maybe, okay. So what I was starting to say is that like the price, they hit us on the price. That's maybe what they were expecting. And then they hit, our C buys. The company maybe has been buying this whole time, extremely low volume. So it would take a while to do their buybacks to completion or whatever their plan was. So maybe they use the buybacks for that dip, and that news sends us up towards the 30s to 32 maybe to get our warrants. Start getting those things exercised, and we can start getting paid there. And then who knows from that? But none of that could really happen until the shares were authorized. We could not capitalize on any move up until we had gotten through today. So that's out of the way. So that's good. All right. I was trying to find the breakdown. I had it on last week's show.
We're going to see it. Somebody's like robot or someone's going to tweet it out probably.
Say that again?
I'm sure someone's going to tweet it out. We'll find it out,
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I got ChatGPT working overtime for me lately. I connected the brokerages to it. Have any of you guys done any of that shit yet?
Hell no.
Hell no. I haven't made any trades yet, but I got all kinds of alerts going and stuff, and it's pretty fucking cool. But I also have Robinhood telling me how shitty GameStop's doing at the same time as ChatGPT now. So that's fun. All right, I'm just trying to see the share breakdown. I know I have it here, and then we'll maybe I got a little clip of an interview. We'll take a break. GameStop's catching a little bid, and then we'll kind of get started with the rest of the show. All right, let's just do that. Let me share this tab. We're going to talk about this interview as well. I thought it was pretty fun. Can you hear the audio?
Yep.
All right.
People work so hard.
The Chinese work so hard.
Crazy.
Nobody has any understanding of how incredibly
I'll be right
hard
back.
the Chinese people work.
Impressive.
It's amazing. But what I'm hearing, Ryan, about you talking about Dubai and you talking about China, you're talking about these giant entities that have been built that not only are incredibly impressive, but they're otherworldly almost whenever you compare them to the rest of the world, right? Like what even compares to Dubai? And it's amazing because I listen to you talk about these places, but then you always mention the people and how hardworking they are and how that place wouldn't exist if it weren't for these people. And you do always put an emphasis on the people. And I do want to point out to everybody listening to this that they should pay attention to what you're saying, because you do always focus on the little guy and being a contributing member of society and putting in the hard work, and you see something being successful. If everybody underneath is successful and they do well and they put in the hard work, then you get this like amazing product at the end.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much maybe the only thing that I respect is hard work. And,
Yeah.
I don't like whatever someone's personal beliefs or values, I don't care. The only thing I care about is, and what I respect is someone who works hard.
Wow.
So if someone's like that, then I want to be their friend and they're my friend. And if they don't work hard, well, then I don't like them.
Yeah, you don't like grifters, that's for sure. I love that. Okay, I have another really fun question. What's your favorite childhood cartoon?
Oh, that's a good question because we're like similar age.
Yeah, we're only 2 years younger than you. We're 88 babies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're similar.
South Park is really funny.
Let's go.
I mean, I love South Park as an adult so much. Yes.
I don't know if that's childhood or
That works.
really
Do you
funny.
ever see the Book of Mormon? I love that play.
It was amazing.
I saw the play a while ago.
Yeah,
It
It
was
was
so
good. Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Black.
I like that. Favorite dessert?
I like chocolate a lot.
Just on
Chocolate,
anything?
Love chocolate.
Milk, dark or white?
Dark.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good choice. Favorite cut of
Really
meat?
dark.
Really extra dark.
90%.
Yeah, like
9.9%.
90% plus.
Yes. I like it.
You just wanted to be dust in your mouth. It's so dark.
That's how I am with coffee. I want it to be like, I want it to hurt me when I drink it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'll get acid reflux. I need coffee with my cream at this point. It's bad. Favorite all-time video game? That's a good question because you own GameStop, right? So
Yeah.
That's a good question.
shit.
Well, I have to say, I'm pretty good at Mario Kart.
Ooh, any day, anytime, any place.
Okay, I'm gonna take you up on that.
Any day, but it's got to be.
I won't see you first place, Ryan, because honestly,
I'm so good at Mario Kart.
and who was so amazing, no one could beat him. Ryan played him 3 times, and you schooled him.
Yeah.
And he got to the point where he would throw a temper tantrum if he didn't win because Ryan destroyed him. Let's go.
But it's got to be the N64 version.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Let's go. I'll play you for eBay. We're just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll
Some
go with
Mario
a couple
Kart
of
10
deeper
too.
questions. That's okay. So, what's something you stopped doing that improved your life more than anything you started doing?
This is tough.
That's a
I
tough
don't even
one.
know how to answer that question.
Yeah. Are there options?
Yeah, what
Is
are the
this
options?
multiple choice?
Oh, here's so scrolling. A lot of people give up scrolling, for example. A bad habit. Have you ever given up a bad habit that you were like, I didn't recognize this was a bad habit, and then you stopped doing it and it improved your life? Maybe you kept telling yourself, oh, if I do this, it'll be fine. But then you committed to no longer allowing yourself to just let that go, and it changed anything? I don't know.
I get mine would be staying up late.
Yeah, staying up late for me fixed a lot of
Just
issues.
getting enough sleep, I think, is important.
Social media in general, like with the exception of Twitter, is something that is one of the worst things to happen to society.
I agree.
I agree.
And people are easily manipulated on it, and people upload pictures and videos of a life that doesn't exist. And it's really a terrible thing. And so not even just from a productivity standpoint, but just from a values standpoint, it's very, very bad. And, instead of having things that teach people like the value of hard work and having good values and being responsible and finding happiness through the simple things in life, people are being manipulated by a complete fabricated lifestyle that people are uploading pictures and videos that are filtered, and they're showing that they're so happy doing these things when they're really not. That ultimately people who are doing it are actually like the most depressed, and that's why they're doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
Or they're doing it just to post it to
Because they feel obligated to show everybody what they're doing with their lives. It's funny.
Yeah.
We have social media, but I don't social media. I'm really bad at even texting. I don't even really, I just stay off of my phone, and it's great. I love not social meeting. So you could say you've just given up what people think and say about you and the whole interacting on social media because it doesn't benefit you in any way. You just focused on Twitter for professional.
Yeah. I mean,
situations.
it's
Professional.
it's really stupid. It's really bad. It's toxic.
I did this thing once, which I feel
All right. I thought that part was cool. That was some slice of life stuff. Everyone listening in, thanks for coming out. Curious Cat, Adam, NewSnake, you're on and in chat. Thanks for being in chat. You can see us on YouTube. I am streaming on Twitter right now too. Well, whatever. Let's just start the show. All right. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Go.
Let's fucking go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Thanks everyone for checking out the show. I'm Sean Fitzzzy.
I'm NewSnake.
I'm Phil.
Hi, Bobby.
And this is the Echo Chamber. It's GameStop Shareholders Day 2026, and we just streamed it all. I don't have an intro written out. We had all kinds of shit going on last week, even on the charts. We're gonna have a lot to go over this week. Shareholder results are in. 1.5 billion shares has been authorized. Quick and to the point. price didn't dump as a result. So we got that to go over. We have a brand new interview from RC that you guys saw at the very beginning of the show. I'll probably put it in to start out, a little slice of life stuff, but he did talk to eBay sellers. We're gonna update the eBay position as well. We have Teddy Tinfoil, not really Teddy.com. I'm sorry, Tinfoil, but not necessarily Tinfoil because Teddy's linking to GameStop.com now, so we can go over that. We got some new tweets from RC to go over, and then our weekend review that we're gonna recap the 5% week that we had. Yesterday was flat as fuck, but today's not doing good. But anyways, how's it going, guys? Y'all doing good today?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, man. Good.
Yep.
Good. All right. So Phil, NewSnake, and Bobby are homies from the Discord. We'll say hi to y'all real quick. So let me think. I was trying to remember. I think most of y'all came in around 2024, at least to the Discord.
Yep.
So we'll start with you, NewSnake. Why don't you introduce yourself? Kind of tell everyone how you found GameStop, maybe when you found GameStop, and we'll go from there.
Yep. So like everyone saw it in 2021. It's kind of ignorant though to it. Didn't pay any mind to it, but I kept it on the radar. But end of 2023, started getting a lot. When it got to $10, $11,
Yeah.
loaded the boat.
Oh, nice.
Been holding ever since.
All right. So you
just
got
buying the whole way up and down.
Yeah. I buy on the way up a lot. I buy at the top a lot.
I mean, it looks good at all the time, right? So you just keep buying and buying, and whatever. So my average is about where we are now. But I got no problem holding. Long term looks good.
Oh yeah, and so you're so what you came in? Do you remember when you came in the Discord? I should have checked. It's on the thing. It was probably
it was something early 2024.
Yeah, sometime around there. You're a pretty good tinfoil guy. I think.
Addicted.
Yeah. So I know you're up to date on all the DFV stuff. You're one of the DFV tards in the server. I think.
I mean, that was so to come in at the end of 2023, and that to happen immediately after was something else for sure.
Yeah. So did you ever spend any time? Were you on Reddit before, or?
I've been using Reddit since past 15 years or so.
Okay.
So I know everything about it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. It's because there's but you weren't a poster on Reddit though, right? You never.
No, just a lurker. Lurk.
Yeah, but you do some badass memes on Twitter now too, by the way.
I try.
Yeah,
just gotta work. Keep trying. One every day. You do one every day. You'll get good at it eventually. Something will work.
Yeah, it's fun. As long as you just don't take it too serious. I enjoy making even the stream cards for the shows. I like doing all that stuff, and
a little creative outlet. You can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. What app do you use for your video editing?
It's just one program called Shotcut.
Shotcut?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just a free program, but it's pretty feature rich for what it is.
Yeah, I'm always looking for things to edit videos on. So I went to go cancel. So I've been paying $70 a month for Adobe products to do the show, and I had a buddy helping me transition off. So I was completely doing video and audio editing on DaVinci. Feeling pretty good about that. Except for, the audio editing is a little easier for me on Adobe. So I was thinking about keeping that one going for a while. I went to cancel it, and then they gave me 90 days free. So
they suckered you back
in.
They
suckered me back in.
I've used DaVinci. It's good. I would like to try the pro version of it, but I never did.
Yeah.
But the free one is really good.
The free one is good. The pro one is a $250 one-time key or some shit like that. So
it's probably well worth it, but
yeah. And I think it's a lot, especially when you're learning audio and how to do all that stuff. I've been doing Adobe for a year now, so I'll probably keep the audio through Adobe just because it's comfort and it saves me a lot of time. Mm-hmm. But that's how you get better at things. Yeah, I do video editing. InShot is really good for anyone out there listening that likes to try to make memes. InShot is really good. The annual fee is $25 for a year. Has some really nice AI cutout features. That's the best stuff. You want to take Roaring Sensei out of one picture and put them into RC's tweets. You want to be able to do that stuff. So, All right, very cool. Well, good. Glad you're here. Glad you got you on the show. You guys have all been, big members of the Discord for a while now. You contribute awesomely. So, Phil, how are you doing, man?
Doing well. Well, except for watching the U.S. play last night, but it's just a little disappointing for all of the U.S. soccer fans out there. But there's always the next World Cup in 4 years.
In 4 years, yeah. Do you remember how we did last World Cup?
We did a little better this World Cup than last World Cup. I don't think we made it out of the group stage in the last one, so I think that was an improvement. We did make an improvement for sure, and it's just tough going from your highs to the lows, kind of like GME.
Yeah.
Always got to root for the underdog and then get rug pulled.
Yeah, sometimes, man. I'm a Houston Texans fan for football, so I'm not even the new franchise anymore by a long time, and still just fucking awesome defense. Our quarterback throws like 5 picks in the playoffs. It's that type of shit. I get it. Yeah. Fuck, I lost where I was gonna go with that. So, anyways, why don't you? World Cup. I watched that with my daughters last night. It was kind of that one, and I watched Mexico the day before too, because I'm restaurant, so a lot of my employees, I'm sure, were broken up over the Mexico loss yesterday morning. I'm glad I had the day off, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer watching both those teams lose back-to-back nights. So yeah. So all right, why don't you introduce yourself, Phil? Like, tell everyone how you found and when you found GameStop, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, probably just like the majority of current GME holders. I think I was just like looking at stocks back in January of 2021, and people are just talking about GameStop, and I'm like, what is going on? And I talked to my coworkers about it, and everyone's interested in it. And I think I bought one share at $320 or whatever, like basically the top. And I was like, oh my God, it's going to go to the moon. Who knows? And that, I think, was my kind of introduction into GameStop. Didn't know anything about like stock trading or really anything like that back then. But then I kind of stopped paying attention to it, kind of like NewSnake, till around 2023, and learned more about like the super stonk, and started reading up on what like drove that kind of price action back in Jan 2021. So that was really cool to see a bunch of interesting DD about like stock markets and GameStop in general, and what kind of happened in the background. And then slowly started adding to my position in 2023. And then right around like the time when the I forget what the name of the movie was, but the one that Barking Puppy
Dumb Money?
Dumb Money.
Yeah.
Right around when that came out, I was like, dang, this is so cool. And oh damn, we're getting clapped now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right when that came out, I started to kind of buy more shares, because I was like, this isn't over yet, is it? And then 2024 happened, and held on to my entire share position for the run up and run down both times, because I still had no idea what I was doing. But I did get to exercise some options, which was a first for me. So I was excited about that. And then ever since then, I've just been adding slowly. My cost basis is right around where it is right now too. So I'm just chilling, always adding, always interested in what the stock is doing, just keeping up with it over the last couple of years, but still see long-term upside, obviously. That's why we're here.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. For sure. And yeah, that I think we got in at the same time, and I think we were kind of hooked about the same thing, which is the price action. What's causing all these fucking moves that we're seeing? Just randomly, quarterly, no news kind of shit. All right, my mic dropped. Give me half a second, y'all. All right, I'm back. That was crazy. That shit just, see, that's what I get for messing around with my mic, as I talk too much. All right. We did get a little bit of a hit there on the chart. I'm not sure why. I don't think Unusual Whales likes me streaming. Every time I try to stream the option chain, it tries to kick me off. I don't know why. Let's see. Share this tab. It happened yesterday too, but we're negative 200,000 on net call premium for the day. So, normal shit. Yeah.
Well, like 2 months of normal shit almost, I think.
Yeah. At least since the very beginning of May.
Yeah. They don't want GameStop to use their shares as currency, is what it is. So they got to crush it. It's not about making money. It's about suppressing the stock price because these same institutions want the stock to own eBay.
Yeah.
The more GameStop they get, more money they'll make later down the road.
Wow. I hear you. Yeah, this call song's annoying as fuck. And they are definitely using it to suppress the price constantly. And then Phil, we'll talk about it a little bit, but you're a Pokemon guy too. So we got some Shop GameStop stuff that we can go over. And then I know you got some experience with live selling on eBay competitors. So hopefully we can.
Yeah, happy to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get there too. And then Bobby, why don't you say hi, man? Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone and let us know when you found GameStop and how.
Yeah, man. I was around for the kitty and the pump in 21. Bought a bunch, made a bunch of money. And then, when was it, June or whatever, when we dumped like crazy. And then I was like, all right, maybe this is over. So I held a couple. Then 23, bought a little more. And then obviously in 24, I bought a lot. And then ever since then, just been buying and, lowering the share count, man. Lowering the cost basis.
Let's fucking go. And then, so I think all of y'all pretty much got in at the same time. You guys have been there since I think definitely the start of the podcast, been supporting the show and the Discord. So I appreciate all y'all. It's been a long time coming to get the homies on the show. So thanks for coming out. What's up, Drunk on Dreams? Good to see you, bro. I know you were first in chat earlier, but I don't think I'd seen you out here. Curious Cat in chat. Thanks for coming. Adam, good to see you, bro. Let's see. Dennis, you were here earlier listening to the stream. Yogi, thanks for coming out, y'all. And then we got Strawberry over there in the X chat. I think we're still going. Seth, what's up, bro? All right. So we got a couple things to go over. We can start with the interview update because we kind of started with the interview anyway. So just to update the eBay. Well, here, let me finish what I was starting to talk about with the shares available before the break. So current common shares outstanding, 448,000. This is GameStop. So currently we have 448,000 outstanding. The 2030, the first bonds, 50 million shares are locked up for that. That's the Project Rocket. Project We, 77.8 million shares are locked up there. It's Project We. It's another 57 million shares for the warrants. And then RC's comp package was 171 million. So 194 million was available with RC's package in there. So take that out. So about 300 million, I think, prior. So now we added another 1.5. So we got about 1.8 billion available for this deal. So just for math, how many? All right. See if I can figure out how to do this math. I don't know. How many shares would it take to? I think it's about 1.2 billion. Anyways, whatever. It's a lot, and I'm not sure how the deal would go there when it comes to like price. I don't think the shares will hit the market if we do have shares, have stock. Sorry, have cash, have stock. I don't think those shares hit the market. I think they just go to eBay. And then I think the market just kind of reprices how GameStop's going to be. Well, I don't know, whatever the company may be. So current update to the GameStop position, eBay shares directly own 4.34 million. So we own 4 million shares. We have direct voting rights to those 4 million shares. We have another 39 million in put call pair exposure. It's a total of 43.3 million shares. It's about 9.3% of the company, I believe. Yeah, and we've held steady now with that amount for a couple of weeks. We've gotten a couple 425s in the meantime. Let's see. GameStop shareholder. And this is all right. So we got the 425. What were the Form 4s yesterday?
Tax
yeah.
related selling.
Yeah. Normal
Yeah, that's
shit.
tax.
All right. I didn't see those come in. 425. It was the interview of it was LC's interview, but they update the positions here somewhere too. So all that's still the same. HSR is satisfied. I mean, it's probably, when was the last time, you guys remember the last time we added any more put call pairs? It's been a while now. Has it been a month?
I think the last couple updates have all been shares, have not changed the put call pairs.
The reason I ask is because, HSR was satisfied for the initial put call pair buys. I know it's about 30 days or whatever, but does that mean that going forward, any more they add to the position are automatically able to be converted to shares, or does it have to wait another 30 days? Got any idea there?
Yeah, once it's cleared once, they're good to go.
Okay, so I mean, basically, at any point we could convert all that and have voting rights for nearly 10%.
Yep. And they've stated that they want to exercise them within the next 12 months.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, that is
I'm
cool.
interested as to why they're waiting so long. You know.
I think there's a plan, and I think maybe we were talking about it a little bit. Is that getting these shares authorized is a huge part of whatever the plan.
Yeah, like now that they are authorized, like I feel like we should move on it.
Yeah, we might. I mean, it's early, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably start seeing hopefully some movement soon. But like I've said, I mean, we're in the dog days of summer right now. Pretty bad too. Like this is one of the worst times on our chart is between now and August, the end of August. It's just always pretty much the same thing between here and earnings. It does not go well. Not bad, especially since 2024, but you can see it in most spots on the chart. Just a lot of flat from, this is 2022. There's all kinds of crazy shit happening this time. So I don't know. I mean, things move pretty damn slow is what we've all kind of learned with this stuff. But if they're trying to time the algo and play the cycles, which I think RC does. I think a lot of the hype that he gives us, or I think he does push in the cycles like he did in January. He'll announce stuff into times he thinks that whatever's happening is happening. So maybe this is the build up to September earnings, and we gotta deal with a couple months. I don't know. So, all right. You guys saw the interview? What did you guys think of the interview? Phil, did you watch it?
The most recent one.
Yeah. It's okay if you didn't. There's been so many, man. Like I understand. Like I had to force myself to listen to it yesterday, all of it.
I definitely watched it on 2x.
Yeah.
But I watched, I think, the first 2/3 of it. But no, I thought it was cool. It's good to hear Ryan Cohen just continuously pushing his efforts, talking to people that matter to eBay and matter to future GameStop shareholders. So no, I think it was pretty much the same types of answers that he was giving for all of his other interviews. Whenever they ask anything about, what's the next steps, he'll say, we'll do whatever it takes to get eBay or protect our investment, etc. So he has options. He knows what he wants to do. He's not willing to say exactly what it is, but I think the theory is he could propose the tender offer to eBay shareholders directly. And they've said that previously that is an option that they will be willing to do. So hostile takeover is an option. Is that what he's going to do like this week? Who knows? But I think that's probably what will happen in the near future.
Yeah, it seems like that might be one of the only steps left available, unless you just like buy up the whole fucking company. Because of the Delaware rule. I don't know. I'm learning as we go when it comes to these filing things and how to take over a company. But that Delaware rule is like you can't go over 15%. And then I'm seeing things that if you go over 10%, there's a poison pill or there's something that'll give eBay an opportunity to stop it as well. So like RC needs to hang out under 10% as it stands. Outstanding info about this still is that 500 million that he invested in his own money into the eBay deal. We don't know what that means yet. Any ideas with that, NewSnake? What do you think?
Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, he's going to put his money in, but how he's going to do it is definitely up to question.
Yeah, I'm seeing like ideas that it's just, he's part of the financial backing. I saw something about we might have to wait till eBay hits 125. I don't understand the inner workings of all that, but my favorite one is that he's buying GME, and that is to the letter of what he said accurate. But 500 million of GME to help support the eBay deal would be sick. So, okay. Did you catch the interview there, NewSnake?
I did. I feel like didn't really apply to me. Like it is a lot of him reaffirming himself and what he wants to do. It's more to appeal to eBay sellers to kind of mobilize another army of people to help him.
Yeah, I agree. He seems to be going back and forth between like appealing to like the eBay shareholders, institutions, and then the eBay sellers and customers at the same time. And I think it's the sellers more than the customers is that he's focusing on. They obviously got a big pool, and he's pointing out a whole lot of inefficiencies in what the sellers are doing. How eBay is approaching the sellers. He'd mentioned that there's all kind of third-party tools that eBay sellers need to try to sell products where, like, say, if you go to Amazon, it's all there. All the back-end stuff is there.
Makes sense. Why would you ever want to leave?
Yeah. Why would you want your customers to leave and put money elsewhere and give a portion of and all of it seems to come out of the seller's pockets too. So, that's always interesting. Bobby, did you catch the interview?
Yeah, I thought it was good. There was some random stuff though.
The random stuff was fun, kind of though.
Yeah. I just wish it was more focused, but it's fun sometimes.
Yeah, slice of life. I kind of like it. I mean, I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, is that we hear a lot of the same eBay stuff, and RC shits on overpaid executives a whole lot, and we work. We hear a lot of that stuff from RC, so it's kind of fun. As someone that's been a fan of him since 2021 and followed fucking everything closely, it's fun to hear him talk about dark chocolate and Mario Kart, and what else did he? Oh, he said YOLO, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At the very end of the interview now. I think is it 3 YOLOs? I think it's 3. Yeah.
I think he's like forcing it almost. He like wants he wants to say
I know. He does. He does. It also felt like, I don't think so now. But those soda drinks are just like seem so timed to me. I don't know.
It's just always drinking when it seems.
Yeah, maybe that's just the case, is that he's just like a soda addict, maybe.
Something nice to see about these interviews is that he's not flying all over the country to get these one-on-ones with people. It's just live. It's right here.
Yeah, he's available, and he just kind of just like, I think he's reaching out to them too. So my DMs are open, RC. If you ever would like to speak to a bunch of hardcore GameStop people, we're right here, bro. He doesn't need to. He talks to us all the time.
We'll tag him.
Yeah, always.
I tagged him every day for like 3 months.
Yeah, I tag him. I tag him every episode. He gets a tag. You want to make sure if he He's trying to pay attention.
And you know what, though? I think he sees a lot of it.
Yeah, it's
I
coming
know
to
he
find
says he
out.
spends an
Yeah.
hour, but
Just very selective who he answers or retweets, though.
I think he's got a team of people watching it for him too.
I mean,
I
it
still
would
don't know
make
how
sense.
he finds these YouTube channels. Like, it's very interesting. He's going on some obscure podcasts or just interviews.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name of, I think it was Robot had given the name of the lady that is his marketing person. She's Nicole. Is it? No, Nicole Robles, maybe is the name.
Sounds right.
Yeah. And it sounds like she's doing an awesome job. Like how Toast is doing good with our social media. I think she's doing a good job marketing him, getting him prepped up for his interviews. She's probably just like right there too, I would think. So yeah, it's cool. I think it's fun for us, and it's good for, I guess, maybe the eBay deal. We'll see how it works. I also think a lot of that is to make the 425s happen, but even those are now just, I thought the 425s were to put info about like buying shares and all that, but now he's just using it to communicate the inefficiencies of eBay, I think, and getting it all on paper and filed away. So, okay. I just, while we're here, I wanted to maybe talk a little bit about selling on eBay. And Phil, so you do live selling, right?
Yeah, I do live selling on Whatnot primarily, but it's not like a traditional like Whatnot stream that you might see where people are doing like box breaks where they're like opening up packs and shipping those to people. I do kind of like more traditional like vending where I have a set amount of Pokemon cards or stuff that I'm listing. And then people will come into the stream and ask like for specific cards, and then I will, show their conditions and sell them that way. So it's a little bit more slow rolling than like the quick paced like auctions that you're seeing on a lot of Whatnot streams. But that's how I started out. I might transition at some point, but so far the Whatnot platform has been very, very good.
Yeah. Have you tried YouTube Live at all?
YouTube or
I'm sorry, eBay. My bad.
eBay.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about eBay Live. eBay Live is only open to certain people that they approve of. So you have to have some level of like status in the either the eBay community or the Whatnot community in order to be invited to be an eBay Live seller. So I haven't even touched eBay Live selling. I haven't watched any eBay Live selling because everything that I've seen on Whatnot has just been way more appealing to me than what eBay has going on right now. And I think, that's part of the reason that Ryan wants eBay is this untapped potential that eBay has to do live selling for everyone like Whatnot does. If they just opened up their platform to anyone to do live selling, yes, there would be potentially more fraud. But there's mechanisms that they can implement to mitigate it or improve live streamers' experiences to prevent them from having to like sell, bullshit cards or whatever. So I think that's kind of the scope with eBay. There's a lot of untapped potential with live selling that they just haven't gotten into yet, and Whatnot has a lot of the like newcomers like me who haven't had any experience really doing live selling before just start up and get going right away.
Yeah, it's one of his 3 pillars is live selling. So it's definitely something that he thinks eBay has been lacking on, and it sounds like the experience you're just talking about, how like they make it really hard to be a live seller, it seems. To where these other companies are just making it very easy and they're stealing all of the market share. He talked about that in the interview too, is that online retail and all of that has just continued to climb every year. But eBay isn't holding its market share. It's giving away pieces of it to competitors. And if you just put out a good product, people won't have to leave. They can all stay on eBay. And that's a lot of stuff that eBay is doing poorly. And he sees a big opportunity with live selling. So
yeah, definitely. And like he just, I think it was a quote tweet last night at like 2 a.m. of someone posting about an eBay Live that was happening with like a famous golfer who only had like 200 views or 200 current live viewers.
Yeah, John Daly.
John
Yeah, John
Daly.
Daly,
He's
yeah.
big, man. Yeah.
He's
So,
big.
like-
He can hit a fucking like drive, and he can pound a beer. That's John Daly right there. But go ahead.
You know,
Sorry.
and maybe he deleted it because like maybe John Daly wasn't actually supposed to be on the stream or something. I have no idea. I didn't look into it that much, but on paper, if you saw someone famous like that on a live stream, you would imagine they would get more views than 200 people. I think Chum Lee from like Pawn Stars does Pokemon stuff on Whatnot too, and they get a ton of views.
Yeah, I got the tweet up right now. I could
There it is.
get more views signing my underwear. Well, I mean RC, yes. Is that a poop tweet, by the way?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Could be on a bad day.
Like today. Anyway, to give you a sense of how hard it is to scale live, eBay is currently promoting a John Daly live show with a full screen takeover. That's all I got there. I don't even know who this guy is. Is that one of the TBPN guys, I guess?
That
Yeah,
kind of looks like their
president.
logo.
Yeah. Anyways, I wonder why RC staying up pretty late, bro. I mean, I know you got a lot of going on, man. I think he was up at like 2 a.m. East Coast doing that. That's funny. I'm playing Do What You Want, RC.
There's a couple of good videos though out there just like outlining the potential that eBay could tap into with live selling, and RC talks about it a lot. There's so much more growth that they can do with live selling using their stores for authentication purposes and hosting streamers in-house. So I think content creation, as it continues to grow, eBay needs to be able to tap into that where other companies are already, leaps years ahead of them.
Yeah. That pillar NFT. NFT. Yeah, digital NFT. Trading like collectibles and just running the business better seem to be the three main pillars. Wooch is still going at it, man. Fucking Wooch. That guy, I think Wooch might be AI. I'll say it right now. I don't know if you guys know who Wooch is, but I think that dude's AI. I'm joking, maybe. I don't know. What's it? Deliver it. I forget the song now. He had some bangers back in the day. All right, I'll stop talking shit. All right. Okay, cool. Let me see. Anything else about this? So you like live selling? You're doing Pokemon, but is it PSA are you doing, or is it just like raw cards?
I'm doing mostly raw cards right now. I have mainly had success with the raw cards just because that's more in my price range for things that I can afford at the moment.
Yeah.
Graded cards are more expensive. So definitely for like a newbie, it's easier to sell raw cards because you can just buy those almost anywhere in any condition. So it makes it a little bit easier to get started with like a larger inventory. But PSA graded cards are definitely cool. I collect them. I just haven't had a chance to really do much selling with them. Obviously PowerPacks, like I've done some selling of graded cards using the PowerPacks platform, but and PowerPacks was also mentioned in this shareholders meeting for the first time. So
I missed that. What was it? What did I was clicking around and shit. What did he say?
All he said was PowerPacks has launched in April officially. So this quarter should be quarter 2, right? Quarter 2 is what we're in.
It'll be a whole quarter.
Whole quarter with PowerPacks for the first time as a public thing. It was private not private, but it was open only to like select users for close to 9 months.
I think it was pro members is what it felt like.
August till April. And then now it's opened up to everyone. So anyone can sign up for PowerPacks. And Now it's going to be on Q2 for the entire quarter.
For the whole quarter. We had 2 weeks of it, and I don't think we got any numbers around it, but
with the $5,000 packs as well.
Yeah, the neutroniums.
Yeah. Well, and while we're talking about it, we can just kind of I'm bouncing around a little bit. Let me finish these interview notes. We'll go to Shop GameStop after, and then we can talk about Teddy Tinfoil. Let's see, because there was some news that came out that could affect GameStop. So when it comes to like diskless stuff, so let's see. eBay gave up marketplace share. We talked about that. RC drinks Diet Coke and Fanta. I think I played that in the interview. Did that part come through? I think so. He says eBay is run like a government. And then he said YOLO. He had he went on a tirade of saying fuck too. Just to put that in there. It was
every interview he says it at least once.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. One of us, right? But yeah, he was saying fuck about eBay, and I'll probably play it here in a second because it was fun. Or at some point we'll add it. But yeah, just one of us. I like it. It feels like that is one of the things he's trying to do too. They bleeped him out on the All In podcast. Can you imagine? I wouldn't bleep you out, RC. I would never bleep you out. His favorite cartoon is South Park. That was cool. His favorite color is black. It's interesting stuff to me. All fun. What's that?
That's the only color.
Yeah, then his underwear, right? His black underwear. I made a pirate flag out of that. All right. You guys got anything else about the interview? I think it was good. Anything about eBay in general going forward? Any expectations? So we're still waiting on the promised filing. I just saw Mags tweet about it. I'm not going to talk about eBay. Bro, what about the detailed presentation you said was coming 2 weeks ago? That was from Mags. And it's true. He said it in his interview, that All In podcast, that he was going to release information about eBay. Then about his 500 million, he told us then he put his money in it and that there would be a filing coming. And then, what was it? I don't know why we got the other information. I forget what the filing was, but it was like last week or some shit. And it was like further information coming about eBay and still nothing. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Yeah. Bobby, anything about eBay before we move on?
I think they're just kind of stuck right now. You know?
Yeah. He's got a plan. He's enacting it. We just closed out a big part of that plan today. So I think we'll start seeing some stuff there. And NewSnake, anything before we move on?
No, just waiting for him to push the button.
Yeah. Phil, anything?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, all right. So Shop GameStop, we'll just talk about it real quick. So a couple things that happened. 30th Pokemon celebration is coming out, right? And is that the one where the ETBs are $600?
The SBCs, the super premium collections are priced pretty non-competitively, I'll say.
Yeah, and so that was a big deal. I don't know what were they called again? What'd you say?
Super premium collections or SPCs.
Super premium collection. Let's see if I can get that. And it's for the 30th anniversary. Is that the one? I don't know what the set is.
That one is the prismatic one.
And then what did you say? How could I find this one?
Just go to the GameStop main page.
All right.
And scroll down just a touch. And right there.
Okay. This one.
It's all coming soon stuff. It's got to be one of those, right?
Yeah. Okay. No price yet. Pre-order in the store. No. It's going to be like $600 though. I think that's what I saw. Everyone's upset, but at the same time, they're just going with the market. I think we'll see.
With Pokemon cards, it's like it's a similar problem he had as before. Is lots of stock. The second he puts it on sale, though, it's going. So he could sit on it. They got the money. They got they could just do it. Sit on it. Have a sale one day if they got to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And well, I mean, if the inventory doesn't move, I think it'll change the practices too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Good thing
they
about a
gotta
market.
zero it in. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it doesn't sell, but these are gonna sell, and this is gonna make Pokemon hot again. Not hot again. It's hot, but it kind of cooled off with these last two sets, I think. With Perfect
Yeah, I
Order.
mean, people are super excited about this set. It's just going to be so hard to get for like MSRP.
Yeah. So you got to go to like you got to have a notifications on for the Pokemon Center, and then be quick, or you got to go wait at a Walmart or a Target in a line, and then deal with all that and maybe get one or two sets, I think is the deal. Or you can just get it. So I think that's kind of what they're counting on. So that was the news for Shop GameStop. The other news, the other couple news is Sapphire is out now. So we got a $250 Sapphire pack available for ripping. It's pretty cool. Came out for 4th of July. So that'll be fun. We got, I think at the end of this month, there was a bet with Bartok that the GameStop would have been at 25 by the end of the week that we were doing the show, and that didn't happen. So it definitely didn't happen. So I think we're gonna do 3 gold packs on a stream for winners. We're gonna pull some winners and all that. So that'll be at the last weekend of July. Maybe I can talk them into doing a sapphire and a couple of silvers or something instead. So that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, keep your eye out for that. I'll share about it. It'll be like a typical follow, subscribe kind of thing. Trying to get the YouTube subscribers up. So yeah, that, and then Sony announced that it was going discless, which was fucking huge news for still, I think. I mean, it was all over the internet. Domino's is all over their ass. It's just kind of funny. All these other companies are piling in on the discless thing, and it's I'm not searching a very good way here. I think GameStop had a couple things too. Well, at the same time,
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, they didn't. Oh, this is the. Sorry, how will we ever recover from this? I'm just looking at GameStop's Twitter. They're still not tweeting very much, are they? No, they did the guy who sold all of his 360 games and shit for $1,000.
I just noticed the order of their tweets where someone was saying, "I'll buy all your video games outside of your GameStops," and then someone comes in and sells all their video games. I didn't realize that. It's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of clever.
Yeah, pretty good with that stuff. All right. Yeah, Sony did that, and then Xbox is firing a bunch of people and closing or spinning off or selling some of their studios, because I mean, Xbox was doing a thing where they were just buying studios left and right, trying to keep up with PlayStation and their first party games. And I don't know, it didn't work out well for them. I don't know if it's the AI revolution that's kind of making the video game industry in upheaval. It seems like it's always doing this right now, but there's all kinds of shit going on with video games.
I feel like RC pointed it out with just the way he managed his teams and the Xbox CEO pointed it out as well. I can't remember her name, but the teams are just too big. There's too many layers. There's too many teams. They got to just simplify the process. Smaller groups working on specific projects, not all these people all over the place.
Yeah.
Just cut it down to basics and start from scratch. Yeah,
and I mean, yeah, I think it might work out. Who knows? I think it's too early to see with Xbox. I think they've just been fucking up ever since the 360 or was it the one they tried to force everyone to have the Kinect, I think. Anyways, it seems like they've always had kind of issues, but I've always rooted for them. But their Game Pass isn't worth it either. That shit's like $35 a month now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it because
I stop with that.
Yeah, I was thinking about because I play Fortnite and I was like, oh, cool, what else they got? And it's just nothing I really want to put my time into. And it'll just be another subscription. I'm trying to cut those things down, not add to them. So, all right. Yeah. So video game industry is in upheaval. I think that we are in an amazing position though, as a result of that. Sorry, I had a tweet about it too. Tweeted a little bit this weekend. Just base. Okay, so because everyone was wondering why GameStop wasn't phased by the PlayStation news, and I think it's pretty obvious at this point. But we've already started our transition. This has been like the story forever when it comes to GameStop, is that we're dying brick and mortar because everything's transitioning to digital. Well, RC saw that and he's adjusted and he's focused on collectibles. And now all these games are going to become collectibles, it seems. So pretty much physical media the games are shifting to becoming collectibles nowadays. So we're in the sweet spot for that. We've been buying disc drives and Xboxes and PlayStations and discs for years and years and years. So I think we're in a pretty awesome position. And it might actually be kind of like bullish long term for us, because now we are going to be one of the only places for people to find physical discs for video games and stuff. So just interesting turn when it comes to the video game world and what's happening there. So
yeah,
right.
I think that all started with GTA announcing that they're going digital.
Yeah, I mean, I think GTA is probably playing a big change in a lot of these things. Like, so maybe GTA knew ahead of time that Sony was going to be doing this, so they decided to get ahead of it by going digital only first, or maybe it's the other way around. And Sony's seeing the writing. I don't know. They're all working pretty close together though. So, and then same with the NFT stuff and eBay and all that shit too, right? Like, I feel like what's going on with Grand Theft Auto 6 might be causing or making RC think that this is a good time to start focusing on digital collectibles, and especially for in-game stuff. So maybe it's all kind of connected there. Okay, cool. All right, Teddy Tinfoil. We'll be kind of quick with it because it is still 10, but teddy.com. Let me try it because I was not able to get this shit to work at all. Not at home. Still can't do it. Weird. I wonder why.
It worked for me on the phone, but not on the computer.
You try it from an incognito window.
Yeah. Okay.
Works for me.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't work, but if I use a new browser, it does work.
So it's like cache related or something?
I think so.
I don't even know how to do incognito windows anymore.
Should be 3 dots. New.
Oh, I see.
New tab, new window.
All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can do it here. Nope. All right. Anyways, but I believe it because people I believe have done it, and I've seen it done. And I think I've seen it. If you do it like on X, it'll do it easily. Like if I click teddy.com through an X link, it just does the internal browser and it pops up to GameStop. So maybe that. I don't want to try all that shit, but yeah. So that's interesting. For anyone wondering, teddy.com is, or well, as of March 2026, we had confirmation that teddy.com was Ryan Cohen's company. Let me go to my Twitter real quick. All right, so there's been a lot of theories in tinfoil. So I made this post in March, but August 13th, 2021, Teddy Holdings LLC files Teddy for an online marketplace for buyers and sellers of goods. So Teddy Holdings LLC is RC's company. August 12th, 2022, Teddy trademark applications are filed covering apparel, home goods, entertainment, NFTs, and a whole lot more. September 6th, 2022, the Teddy trademark registers. Oh, so the Teddy trademark registered on 9/6/2022. That's also the date Kitty dropped the dog in 2024. Just a little side note, April 1st, 2024. So before Kitty came back, many of the 2022 filings began to become abandoned. There was no statement of use filed for a lot of the categories, including the NFT marketplace. apparel, home textiles, all of the Teddy tin stuff, like all the stuff that it had covered in 2022. A lot of that was dropped just because no statement of use was filed. So on March 2nd, 2026, Teddy Holding LLC files teddy.com. So it files to have it covering an online marketplace for buyers and sellers of goods. So that was this year on March 2nd. And then that was it until a couple days ago. And teddy.com, well, it wasn't a couple of days. Teddy.com stopped working like 4 weeks ago, maybe a little longer. I don't know. NewSnake, do you know when it stopped?
No, about a month or so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it stopped, and then it switched from from Shopify to something else. And then it was password protected, and then it links to GameStop.com. So there you go. That's the real stuff. That's actually what happened. It is RC's company, right? It could not be, right?
I mean, they're his books.
They're his books. I didn't mean not his
company. He was
company.
selling those books on teddy.com, so I gotta say it's his site.
Yeah, I meant more about like, is there a chance he could have lost the site between March and now?
Well, there's definitely a chance he lost the site.
Yeah, that would be it, though. I think that'd be the only way it could be.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very high chance that he lost the site. Someone was saying that auto renew is like very common. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't have it on for something you want to keep actively selling something on. Especially since he just filed for it in March. So I agree. I don't think it's a question on whether or not it's his site, his company, and his books. So now there was the @Teddy Twitter account that was commenting like he tried to buy the teddy.com domain earlier. Oh, yeah? And he wished he did. He wished he would have, because he thought at the time it was expensive, but probably now you can't offer RC enough money, I don't think. He's got enough money. That's the account that says I logged back into Twitter. Yeah. I logged back into the site after a few years, and now everyone thinks I'm Ryan Cohen. What is happening? That's kind of funny. That made me laugh. So, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's all 10 until it's not. Teddy.com pointing to GameStop isn't necessarily a bad thing by itself. That's for sure. It could mean that he's focusing completely on the eBay GameStop deal. He's not trying to do something on the side anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means when it comes to, like, maybe it's a parent company. There's all that tinfoil. That's the tinfoil, right? Like that it's a parent company. And then, you can get way deeper into He's putting his $500 million into that rather than GameStop or eBay. Yeah. Yeah. You could take it a lot of different ways. So I guess I'll probably just leave it there. Bobby, you got anything about Teddy? Any thoughts?
I've always thought it's going to be something cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you're going to try and merge it all together when push comes to shove.
Yeah, I mean that's always been like G-America / Teddy. It's all kind of like the same theory, which is everything's under one umbrella, and it encompasses GameStop and just everything else. And so I could see that being the case. Maybe eBay falls into that too, and it all just becomes a thing. I don't know. I saw some stuff about the GCX too, the gift card or the card exchange. Anyone know anything about that? No.
Was it the collector's exchange?
Yeah, there's I saw something like that come up recently too, tied to maybe it was the NFT stuff, not Teddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything is clear about the collector's exchange yet. I know it like shows up on some purchases if you make like graded card purchases on GameStop, like the stickers that you get on the cards will have. It says
like Collect X, right?
Yeah, Collect X.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So I thought that exchange could be all connected with the items exchange that he wants to do with eBay, like the digital items. exchange and tie in NFTs, and you could tie all of that together, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you could be trading cards there, like digital cards. I think it even like PowerPacks stuff too. I think could be tied to that, like the vault, all that shit. So it could be lots of fun. I wonder how this stream's going to show up on YouTube now. Like I'm looking at it. We got 4 people in here. It might be us.
I'm in there for sure.
It was way better before, so I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll have to see. At least the show will be put together, but that's a bummer. I'll be able to pull some clips and tie it in. But we've been having some pretty good view numbers on the live stream, so maybe it'll connect them all. So all right, well, let's move on to the week in review, and then we can probably be going. We've been here for 2 hours almost already with a few errors. What do you think last week, guys? You like it? It was a good week. We were up 4.99% for once in a while.
Much better than what's happening right now.
I think we're back to where we started last week.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Oh my God. Crazy.
Yeah. Not engulfing though, at least. Well, I don't know. Almost. Yeah, they did it to us. I feel like though maybe that was like to give us some space between these gaps down here. I don't know. It was a low volume week for sure. We did 17.51 million. I think it was the second lowest volume week of the year, only behind
4-day week though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had a few of them though. 17.14 was the slowest, and that was the lowest volume. That was February 17th. So whatever, I'm sure that was a 4-day week too, whatever that holiday was. Let me get this back right. Yeah, I don't know. It was nice. There was a couple good moves. I played a few calls and actually did all right. I finished the week pretty strongly. So high of the week was 23.11. Low of the week was the open, I think. Let's see. No, we filled that gap actually. So low of last week was 21.70. It was a pretty good week. I just like the way the chart worked overall. So we gapped up on Monday. We're talking about it. What came out? I forget what came out the week before that. It wasn't the guidance, right? No, that was a while back now. Anyway, something came out and gapped us up on the Friday before last week. So we went into Monday with the gap up. I was saying then, gap up backfill is kind of what to expect on those times, and it is what happened. So Monday gapped up, backfilled Tuesday, but that's okay because we don't want to leave those type of gaps, and it kind of meant that we were free to climb for the rest of the week. We did. I said rest of the week, Tuesday and Wednesday. It was a pretty nice move Tuesday to Wednesday also. I think that's where you could have done. If you timed it right, you could have got in almost 6% from the low Tuesday morning to the high on Thursday. So nearly a 6% move. So that's pretty nice. Just to close Thursday to Friday was a 2% move. So, and then sell the open, right? Because that's about what you get. So yeah, overall, a pretty good week. We started out yesterday with a gap down, filled the gap up for the rest of the day, and then today we are now down 3%. Low volume, 2 million. Low volume every day last week. 4 million on Monday, 4.3 million on Tuesday, 4.48 million on Wednesday, 4.6 million on Thursday. Let's see what notes I got for that. Yeah, I like the way we backfilled the gaps. It made me feel like we were going to keep moving up. Because it was just kind of not leaving them. If we would have gotten some volume, I would have felt a lot better about the bottom being in. But just kind of the way we started this week, I don't know. I don't know what to think about price action going forward. Yeah, GameStop, the G-Muse had a good week last week as well too. at least last week. Started testing $3 again. It was pretty nice, but we rejected pretty hard there too. So sitting at $2.72 right now. I don't know. How you feeling about this week, Phil? Any thoughts?
So far, could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah, I guess. A or high volume dump. I don't know. Like, what do you? I honestly would like just something. You know what I mean? Like, I like the slow climb, 4%, but that's all just like a recipe for them to take us back down. I would take a dump on volume. I would definitely take a move up on volume, but they're not giving us any of that shit. So
Yeah, I think we're just gonna chop, man.
Yep. Let's see.
Until a filing hits, in which case anything could happen. Probably go down though, because that's how it happens. But then it's not going to stay down that long.
I think we're close. I know we've been saying that for a long time, but I think we're close to another eBay move. I think we're close to getting more on eBay. I mean, that's really the only focus right now. Stock movement will happen regardless of what happens with eBay, but we just have no idea. We're in the twilight zone right now.
Yeah, 30-day IV is at 33.6, down a point on the day, just hanging out at the very, very bottom of our lows in the 30s. That is being suppressed right here with options. Every day, all day, they're selling calls on us. Some days worse than others, but when we're only doing 4 million volume in a week, 4 million volume in a day, you know, 1 million in net call premium calls sold is going to fucking hurt you pretty easily on the price. So IV is being held down with these calls being sold. I'm not even going to pull up bar rate, but it's probably 0.38%. Let's see. Just none of the 0.38% with 3.5 million shares available. It's been right there now forever and ever. So just like kind of the indicators that we're watching to show that a move up is going to start to come, IV, call, option premium, and bar rate are all just not showing us anything. So that's leading to the chart not showing us too much too. And again, all with low volume. So no confidence in any of these moves, even up or down. So yeah. Let's see. You guys got any predictions? Where do you think we're going to end this week? We got 3 days left. What is it? Tuesday? It's fucking Tuesday. I kind of like being down 3% by Tuesday. That's not too bad.
I think we'll get something announced, whether a filing or something this week.
You guys playing any options? You don't have to talk about it.
1720s. I still have some.
That's a safe play. That's a safe play.
I mean, I took some profit on some last week at the open on Thursday.
Yeah. That's a good move. Sell the open. I swear to God, sell the fucking open.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they close at zero, especially if something comes out with eBay saying. So let's just hypothetically imagine GameStop issues 2.5 billion shares like they're authorized to, and the stock price is at $20. That's what, $50 billion market cap. That's a pretty hard floor if we owned eBay as well.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
I don't see it going too far down, and if it does, it's like the beach ball analogy. It's going to shoot right back up. So if you get that chance to buy some shares in there, it's a good time.
Yeah, I think 20 is our holding point. I still feel really good about that. Our low of the year is this gap down here at. Let me switch. This right here is our first day of the year. We said we had a gap at 2009 to 2016. I said that's going to be the low of the year, and it's still held really nicely. See, we cleared out most of these guys.
Like if you just look at the 5-year and just look at the line that it is. If you're just going, it's sideways in comparison to what could happen.
Yeah, the 5-year chart.
Yeah, just down at the bottom.
Oh,
Across weeks. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I don't ever use those buttons.
and then scale your that. Yep, it's just flat since 2024.
Yeah, I'm sure our moving averages are all tight within a certain range.
Yeah, I see. I'm a big. You guys know this about me. I like triangles and gaps. That's about it.
I mean, so it's only a matter of time. It really is. Unfortunately, in decades and centuries, maybe he's not far off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I was saying before. I think we're in the dog days of summer. I like this little falling wedge on it. It's only on the 5-minute though. Could mean we're close to the low of the day at least. Maybe that little wick is it. Not a lot of volume at all.
I mean, I think the dog days of summer typically happens because Q1 is historically the worst quarter for GameStop, right? So
that's a good point.
You're left with the financials of that leading into summer, and it's just trash because it looks like crap. And then the season also, it picks right back up. But now what if the dog days are over because it was historically the best in the company history, right?
Yeah.
We could see something. I mean, they're doing everything they can to keep it down though. So
yeah. Yep. Next week's OPEX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, next week's OPEX. Yeah, I don't know. I say we trade. If I'm going to predict where we end this week, I don't know. Probably right around 22.75-ish. I think right around here. Maybe bounce around again. Let's see so I pulled up the gaps before. We got 20.69 is the only gap left down there now. We didn't open any up here. Now we're doing all right though. That's good. I think we're kind of far from there. I won't be worried about this until we get down towards like 20s, low 20s again, low 21s again. Then I'll start feeling like that's a for sure type of thing. But as we stick around up here, if we can maybe hold 21.75, I think that'll be a pretty good sign for us to not going much lower. But until we get some volume, I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of bouncing around in this little 21 to 24. Doesn't 24 seem like so much right now? Fuck.
I do have 25s for 717 too, and I trimmed off a lot of those at a loss.
Yeah, I grabbed some 25s yesterday just because that candle got me at the very end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Tricked me, but I got out of them so fast. That candle right there. It's a 15-minute. Peak Hobby was like, Sean got played. Fitzzzy got played. I did, man. I got played. I tried to not. But look at it. Like, it was like volume, nothing happened. And then boom, volume. I was like, fuck yeah. We're about to get some news or some shit. And then immediately, nope. Yeah. All right. Dibius before Ripius and Hopium. Hopium's probably long gone at this point now. Yeah. It's not even on my chart anymore. Anyways. Oh, wait. I had a whole little pattern set up. Anyways, I was trying to be U copy and make some fractals. Oh, there it is. It died on me. Yeah, we're well past that now. Still trading sideways, so no move up from my Hopium chart there. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Not much happening. It was nice 4.9%, 4.99% positive week. Supported with no volume and still not seeing any. So lots and lots of sideways maybe in our future without news. There are catalysts out there. There's RC's buy that could happen. That news would send us up. Now buyback news I think is way more likely. I think every kind of news is more likely now that the shareholders meeting is over. And buyback news would send us up as well. So we got a couple things that send us up as well. In addition to the cat lurking, but Dog Days of Summer. That song's been stuck in my head now for a little bit. I would play it, but it's going to get me demonetized.
Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah,
it is a good song, but YouTube will take it down when I post the show because I keep wanting to add it to the
Mhm.
show. So, all right, Phil, you got anything before we get out of here with the chart, YouTube, anything?
I would just say this price point is very favorable for shares. Anything around here seems like a very simple buy. Any options you're doing are risky in terms of losing all of them to decay or any time related options can definitely go to zero. So I like shares here. Options seem like they're good for potentially leaps. I'm just scared to do anything short term because I have never played them correctly. So
Yeah,
I think long term shares here are an excellent purchase.
yeah, I agree. Short term is not for the. Well, it's probably not for anyone. It hasn't been for anyone probably since like May of 2025 after the Bitcoin announcement. It's just been sideways, and then you got to be on your P's and Q's to make any kind of money on anything short dated. So unless you're gonna watch and sell every move up and make sure you don't buy every little green candle, short dated is not the way, because it's hard, man. You get like I said, I got played on that one candle yesterday. I definitely wouldn't have made a move at the end of the day that I did if I didn't see that stupid fucking candle. But if you're not playing short term, none of that really matters. You got room to go, or just buy shares right now. Right now, shares are, like you're saying, the best. And even if you buy long term, guys, just fucking take profit, please. Like that's my financial advice. Nothing else is financial advice except take profit. If you're gonna
Good
play
enough for a
calls.
screenshot. Good
Yeah.
enough for profits.
Yeah, now I'm like, if Robinhood sends me a notification that I'm up, I'm out. I'm fucking, I'm running.
That's the sell signal.
Which is like, it's 10%, 20% sometimes. They always love to tell me when I'm down, but not as much when I'm up. But yeah, any kind of thing like that, get out, take your profit, because
Shares, man. Just keep running here.
Yeah.
if you're in the Discord, if you're following any of any of us on X, you're gonna very quickly know when GameStop is moving up. You might miss a couple bucks, but if you're gonna get in quick enough to where it's not worth just getting your ass smoked waiting for a move. So just pay attention, you'll get in, and then get in. So yeah, all right. NewSnake, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, I think it's everything's as expected. We're just gonna keep moving along.
Yeah.
That's it.
Keep plugging along.
Yeah.
Hey, it's tough sometimes, man. We just like it's. Yeah. I mean, you can't get too excited anymore because it's just like you feel silly after.
One thing we didn't talk about is the warrants. Warrants expire in October.
Yeah.
Q2 is the last quarter that will have a meaningful, like the Q2 earnings in September will be the last earnings call we have before the expiration of those warrants. True. So anything that happens during Q2 will impact those warrants. I assume we will hear more about those in September for the earnings, but we don't know. I'm curious what they're going to do. They're still trading at a huge premium relative to the the same options, but those options don't have a extension like those warrants do, which I think is the only reason why they're trading at the price point that they are.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with the warrants, but it's interesting that ever since those warrants came out, we've had one move up to like 26, never came close to 32. 32 is still seemingly very far away. Will we get there? I mean, we've gotten there last year. That strike price is interesting. I wonder what made them choose it. We have buybacks. We have shares authorized, or we have share repurchase authorization. So if they bought shares here and push the price up to 32, then they could sell, or then they could exercise those warrants and basically make all their money back from any share purchases that they did down here in my eyes. So I think that could be another catalyst we didn't mention here too, is they have the ability to buy shares at any point. Well, not at any point. I know there's blackout periods, but
yeah, but not much, right? Like for share buybacks, isn't it just the end of the day, or is there like weeks so they can't buy?
I think there are periods, like right now might be a blackout period. I would have to look into it, but
I want to
know
say that
there's-
they would have been able to spend 300 to 400 million on share buybacks, though. If I saw the math on that,
Since it was announced.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's a chunk.
like if they did do that, that will make an impact on the earnings call.
That'll make an impact. The news will make an impact. Those warrants, by the way, are the $32 October calls are 47 cents at the ask. So probably right around, you can probably get it filled for about 45 cents right now. Too far out of the money for me these days, like fucking way too close. Definitely not for the price. There's definitely better contracts out there than October 32s if you're thinking about playing GameStop, IVs being as low as it is. So, but I think it's interesting that the extension is the difference in price. That is interesting.
At least that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. I mean, it's its own market and they're shorting the shit out of it somehow. I don't know if I necessarily understand how all that works. Or the short volume. I don't fucking know. But, once those things, I've always thought that once those things start getting exercised, that the price could continue to climb because it's a declining resource or whatever. So I don't know. There's other factors in it, but yeah, that's pretty much the only one that would make sense is that they could change it. I also, in terms of buybacks, I'm of the opinion that anything under $25 is considered a win for us because that's pretty much the average of our 2024 offerings. So if we can get any of those shares back cheaper than we sold them, that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm okay with that, and it will catapult us because I think that's kind of maybe the plan, right?
They withdrew the comp package, Ryan Cohen did, but the warrants were all well before any of that, any of the eBay planning or anything. So
yeah,
like that's I link it up with PowerPacks, and they see that revenue it's gonna come in through that, and so that was planned out well before any of this. So
yeah, that's a good point. I kind of tied the $32 line to the bonds maybe because I think there's a sweet spot. But I don't know. I did those numbers so long ago now I couldn't even try to tell you. But there's a lot of activity right around the $30 range to $32 range when it comes to the bonds and early exercising and the warrants. So if we can get over 30, let's see what happens. That'd be great. That'd be a nice little move if we can get there. Bobby, you got anything before we get out of here, bro?
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, just keep accumulating, guys. Hang in there. Keep having fun. Go in the Discord. Laugh. Because, it's challenging, man. But just keep holding in there and just keep having fun, guys.
It is challenging. I love the Discord because we try our best to keep it positive during these down times. So we get in there, we fuck around, we have fun. It's hard sometimes.
You think Burry would join the Discord?
Oh God. No, he's not allowed. Burry's not allowed in the fucking Discord. You gotta be a GME shareholder for one, and then two, I gotta not hate you. Those are the two rules. We got a few new Discord members, by the way. Well, I don't know yet. We'll see. They haven't joined, I don't think so. I haven't done any of that stuff in a while. Let's see. Let me go down the ranks here. CS is back. Welcome back, CS. Good to see you, bro. NewSnake, you're at 37 now, bro.
Getting there, yeah.
Almost to the 40s. Alert at 41. Where are you at, Bobby? You're in like the 50s, aren't you?
I think late 40s.
Yeah. I'm looking. Phil, do you know yours? You're over the 30s at least.
I'm 42.
Yeah, let's go. So yeah, you guys got all the cool numbers. So, all right, NewSnake, you got to get up there to the 40s at least. You're almost
Yeah,
there.
I was looking. 2025 is March 2025 is when I joined the Discord. Not 25.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about when I
25.
joined too.
Oh, you guys came about a little bit after then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I was lost in 2024.
just
I
like
think I was following you for a bit though before that.
Yeah, I feel like I interacted with you before NewSnake, like on X. I don't know.
It's just a big blur.
Yeah, it really is nowadays. Okay, cool. All right. Follow us on. Hold on. Let me say this right. Follow the show on X, Echo Chamber at Echo Chamber 741. Subscribe on YouTube, please. That's where we're trying to get over 500. I have every other monetization statistic needed, like watch time, and video, all the other stuff. I got plenty of watch time hours. Just we need subscribers, and then we can start doing a little bit more fun stuff. I think. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But do that. Follow or subscribe on Spotify. I'm posting live videos. Not live videos. I'm posting the podcast video. I will be splicing this fucker together. We'll see what the aftermath is on YouTube once we're done here. But yeah. NewSnake, what's your at?
At new_snake.
All right. Bobby, what's your at? Did he hang
My
up?
bad. At
You're
Bob BOBBYMATOZZO.
And Phil, what's your at?
At Gitman_Phil.
Yeah. I followed them all. I tagged them in the post. Give them a follow. They're not on. They're on X. NewSnake, I think, probably posts more than the other two, but
I'm just a lurker.
Yeah. But give them a follow. They're good. They're good, knowledgeable people. And NewSnake has some good ass memes.
I'm only there for the memes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're there for the memes. The good DDs in the Discord. So sorry, y'all. All right. That's it. Let me. Thanks everyone for checking out the show. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for listening on X and here on YouTube. The 5 of you that are still here for the second half of the show. It's us. But yeah, let's fucking go GameStop.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I love you guys.
Where is he?